The 2016 election will be a subject of studies for decades to come. We could dedicate hours of content to analyze and debate many aspects of it. Today, our brief highlight will be dedicated to how Pollster completely missed the 2016 election result. If you enjoy the content of this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon to stay on top of our brief highlights. Many pundits made an attempt to explain this major miss. Most of them were very vague. On the flip side, Jennifer Agiesta, who is the director of polling and election analytics at CNN, takes this matter seriously and writes an interesting piece that sheds light into this mess. A link to her article is in the show notes. This is what we've learned. For a few weeks leading into Election Day, Mike Trago from Gallup, the University of Michigan, and Georgetown University used daily tracking surveys to identify what words resonated more in relation to the candidates. The predominance of the email scandal throughout the Clinton campaign was immensely damaging. In the final weeks of the campaign, almost every word that registers with enough people to be visualized is about it. Email, FBI, investigation, foundation, reopening, scandal. Her message got lost in negative words. And despite all the negative discourse around Trump's campaign involving many scandals, Trump seemed to be able to be identified in a positive light. The words most connected to positive impressions of Trump were the words he wanted voters to remember: economy, jobs, make America great again. So, going back to our initial question, what went wrong? The data interpretation drove pollsters to make several wrong assumptions. That the difference in qualification for the job would outweigh ratings of honesty. That voter turnout patterns would yield an electorate that reflected the increasing diversity of American society. That the Democratic advantage in the blue wall states would probably hold. That those voters who had unfavorable opinions of both candidates would kind of behave like your average undecided voter. None of it was right. These voters that couldn't stand either candidate chose Trump over Clinton by 17 percentage points nationally, and were likely decisive in critical states such as Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. The USC Dornsife/LA Times poll, the only poll that had it right, asked respondents, sampled online, to rate their level of commitment to their candidate on a scale from 1 to 100. That measure helped reveal the greater fervor among Trump voters. Recap. 2 key points we just touched that made all the difference to get this particular poll with accuracy. The surveys were online, and an important metric was the commitment to the candidates. So, what should we do differently? Focus on the whys, on the data that explains different tendencies and patterns as much as we watch the actual race. Embrace the power of the internet, when it's properly used. Internet sampling seems to be more effective than phone surveys. Give the significance that it deserves to the commitment of a group of voters against the other. This was brought to you by Brief Highlights. Thank you for watching.